So here's your Bubbie pin for today. We're going to talk about what do we do when our children are teenagers? How do we parent teenagers? What's our goal in parenting teenagers? Well, our goal in parenting teenagers is really simple. We want to help them stay alive to become adults. And then we want to help them have the skills to become adults. So I really encourage when parents to have classes with their teenagers at least once a week. We're going to have adult classes. We're going to go over adulting because adulting is not easy, and it's easier if you have a heads up on what's going to come and how to handle it. So when you start going into adulting classes, it's absolutely amazing what you cover. And it's funny how your teenager will want to sit down with you. If you want to teach your child some things about being a teen, they don't want to hear anything because they know everything. They're teenagers, right? But if you want to teach them how to do adulting, which has become a verb, how to do adulting, they're ready to listen. They're ready to listen because the truth of the matter is they're a little scared. It's creeping up on them. Soon they're going to be launched from the nest, and to be launched without any idea of where you're landing or how to fly, that's scary. So we want to teach them about finances. We want to teach them how to budget. And one of the ways we teach them is by helping them open up a bank account, helping them get a job now, getting their putting their salary automatically into their bank account, so it's the money's not burning a hole in the pocket. And explain to them what it's like. Explain to them, if you were an adult and you had an apartment, and show them what this is like, what rent's like, what are some of the bills you would have to cover, the gas, the electricity, the water, the taxes. What are these? How do you pay taxes? Do taxes come out of your paycheck? If it doesn't come out of your paycheck, how do you prepare yourself for paying that tax, right? These are so important to teach your children. That the skills that are so important are the life skills. Of course, how to get their first car. Giving them their first car as a gift is not always a gift. It sort of prevents them from feeling that, oh my God, I got myself a car. You give them a car, and it can be a brand new ugly car, and all they'll see is a brand new ugly car. If they bought themselves a car and it's 10 years old, but they bought them themselves, they're seeing something pride there that's running around with them that they can get from place to place, and it's extremely different. And we want to build our children to be sustainable without us. So we want to teach them what it's like to maintain an apartment, and what it's like to get a paycheck, and how much of a paycheck they need to get to cover all this. So that's the budget. You also want to teach them about friends. You want to teach them that you will become like your friends. If I want to know what you're like, show me your friends, and I can tell in a second. And so you want people who are going in the same direction as you. There's basically four different ways to make money when you're an adult. You can go to college and you can get a degree if you're a lawyer or a doctor or an architect, or you can go into some type of field that you can apprentice. And so you might go in and you're paying them money to apprentice. Well, you would pay money if you were going into college too. So don't feel that just because you're apprenticing at someplace, they should pay you. You're learning, right? So you teach them what an apprentice is. And sometimes apprentices get a stipend. They can go for training of some type of skill, maybe computers, maybe plumbing. There are, or maybe working with wood or working with metals. And there's all different types of technical skills that we actually need people to be able to do today. I know if the economy's down, I still need a plumber, right? I still need a plumber. So they're going to be making money no matter how good the economy is, or no matter how bad the economy is. I need a plumber. I need somebody to fix my car. I need an auto mechanic, right? So these are different skills that they can go to school to learn, or they can just get a job just by walking into a place and becoming a salesperson. They can they can work at a McDonald's, they can work as a waitress, they can work as a salesperson in a clothing store or a TJ Maxx or something like this. And they could also become a government worker. Government workers are very good because there's very good incentives with their packages that they have. And so they become a postal worker or something like this. And there's all different fields there. So there's lots of, and show them how to get a job, what jobs are out there. Let them know that when they are apprenticing or training for their job or in college, it is during that last bit, those last 3 or 4 months of their apprenticeship or their training or whatever it is that they're learning, that now they are going to find the job. They don't wait till they graduate to find the job. Don't wait till they finish the apprenticeship to find the job. Let the interviewer know that in 3 months, I will graduate with this. I will finish this program that I started with this. So people will see that you are a person with initiative. And also, there's not a lag time from the time you finish to the time now where do you go? You need a job, right? Now you start looking for a job. It's a scary place. So you want to teach them timing in that. And so when you're teaching them timing, you want to teach them time management. When you're in the kitchen, you use a dish, you wash a dish, you dry a dish, you put it away. Time management. It's very, very important. A lot of times I'll walk into a new adult's home and there's dishes piled up to the sky because they're finally realizing, these dishes don't automatically get washed. Right. So while they're teens living in your home, you want to train them in this. You don't have to wash every dish that's in that sink, but when it's your dish, wash it, dry it, put it away. Get into the habit of it. Wash it, dry it, and put it away. If there's 3 other dishes in the sink, wash it, dry it, and put it away. That makes you a good roommate when you're an adult and there's other people there, but you want to train your roommate to wash it, dry it, and put it away. You can't teach them that unless you're washing it, drying it, and putting it away. Talk to them a little bit about dating. Dating's really funny, and I can explain this in a different technique that I have about dating, but whatever your value system is in dating, teach them because they're going to become adults. And do they want to get married? Do they want to have a family? What is the timeline that they want to have this in? There's someone out there called the Jewish Matchmaker. Aliza, find her on Netflix. It's absolutely fantastic, and it shows people's ideas on getting married and how to wrap your head around it. Because a lot of times today, when teens become adults, they're like, no, I want to get married, but not till like much, much later. The later that they choose to get married, the later, the smaller the pool goes that you're going to be choosing from. So if you're starting your adult life, do you want to start it alone or do you want to start it with a partner? These are things you have to make decisions about. Life doesn't just happen. There's things that happen and we have to know how to handle it. One of the things you teach them is their medical, how to make doctor's appointments for themselves, how to follow up, how to make dentist appointments for themselves, how to follow up, how often to do these things just as wellness visits, how to keep their insurance going. These are the things that we need to teach them as they're teenagers and help them and guide them. So when they become adults, take them out for apartment hunting together. Even if you're not going to get the apartment, this is like maybe next year they're going to look for it. But now just go so they see what's out there. They see what neighborhoods they want to live in. They see what's available. They see what the price racket is. And their job now is there's more of an incentives to start saving. It's not how much you can buy now when you have a job. It's how much you could save for the rest of their life, how much it could save, and teach them. And this is what I'll close with. Teach them to start a savings plan for their adult, older senior years when they are 20. Put $25 aside, $50 aside, $100 aside with each paycheck. You won't feel it. Put it aside and watch it grow. And this is the beginning of being mature adult, realizing that we're not just living in today, which is extremely important, but we're planning for our future. It doesn't just happen to us. Again, this happened. When do we teach all this? When they're teenagers. So I encourage you all to have adult classes with your teens. And that's your Bubbie Pin for today. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. And I look forward to talking with you next week.